welcome back to another episode in the Green Bay Packers Dynasty franchise on Madden 25 here. We're picking up exactly where we left off just before, after the win against the Kansas City Chiefs. If you didn't see it, just go back and watch the episode. It was really fun. It was a very even game actually, but it always went back and forth, and we decided it and in the fourth quarter at the end by a field goal. Was really exciting game. Could have really gone either way. What I want to do now is I just want to take a look at the yearly awards with you. As always, I mean, Pat Mahomes, of course, has to be the league MVP, and the quarterback that just led a team into the Super Bowl and won it isn't even in here. So take that with a grain of salt. Matt LaFleur, of course, is the second-ranked coach. I don't know how that can be, personally. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Personally, I don't care as well, but it's just weird. Another thing that I'm just seeing here is Sean McVay is the head coach of the Cardinals, which is interesting. Are there any other big moves? Actually not. All right, feeling good about this. What we're going to be doing now, this is the combined off-season and preseason episode. We're going to be shaping the team, and then we're going to arrive in week 1 of the next season after the draft with a team that is going to be ready to compete again. As we enter staff week, we're now going to have our first press conference in the off-season. Usually they ask us some silly questions like what do we want to do in the draft, and then they measure that against us. But all right, let's talk about the next few months. What is your plan for the upcoming off-season? All right, do I get some options? Make a splash, upgrade the roster, make sure we win the draft. There is no specific plan. I hope this is somewhat... Yeah, we had that before. If I said there is no specific plan, I don't think that'll go well. What does that mean? Well, I want to sign a new... here we go. Draft a sleeper in the 5th to 7th rounds. I don't think we have any picks there. So we're going to go with this. 80 plus overall. We'll draft a difference maker. I don't even know if there's anyone in the draft that would even be applicable, but I reckon if we're going to go for someone in the first rounds, because it counts when you draft, not who you draft, which is not exactly what I like. But all right, never mind. Season recap time. Let's take a look at this on Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl MVP Aaron Jones. I think that is hilarious. He was just brought in, man. But all right. No other awards for us. Neither the NFL MVP nor the Coach of the Year goes to Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love or anybody else, which is okay because we had a ton of interceptions. But if you kind of would imagine those wouldn't happen, that could be interesting. Now, the mock draft certainly puts us in a spot that just makes sense. It puts us in the last spot in the first round, of course. That's just the way it's going to be. I don't really care too much about this right now. We have to see where we land once the draft begins for real. Now, in terms of retirements, this is usually a big deal on the rejects. I'm just going to skim over this with you guys just to see which players did retire. Shaq Mason retires, Demario Davis, Elandon Roberts, Joel Bitonio, Aaron Jones, big name, Super Bowl winner, brought back from free agency. I think this is the perfect time to hang up his boots. And yeah, there you go. That's what happens to veterans that play for us. There you go. Now, Khalil Mack retires as well. Levante David, Travis Kelce, I think I said that in the last episode. Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, Tyrann Mathieu, Darius Slay, Ryan Kelly, Odell Beckham Jr., Matthew Judon. Now, Sam Martin, Jabril, a lot of free agents here, but again, you can see big names though. Cody Whitehair also retired. He also retired last week, obviously. Kirk Cousins, Leonard Floyd, David Onyemata, and so on and so forth. Did any coaches retire? That's also something that I like to look for. Nope. All right, no coaches retired, but a lot of big names retired. All right, another event, this time the practice field at training camp. Seemingly, this is interesting because training camp hasn't started. Coach, my agent's been telling me that my number one motivation should be more meaningful. What's your motivation? Asks Matt LaFleur. Well, this is intriguing. I really care about being close to home. Would you change that about me? I'm going to say no, man. I don't want you to change. That's basically what I want him to do, man. I don't even know what to say here about the other things. Appreciated, coach. This is the only thing that can go down well, basically. You earn trust with this player by accepting who he is. His morale is increased by 20. Trust gain. Boom, there we go. That's nice. I wouldn't understand anything else, personally. You know, saying anything else to this player would just kind of be strange. Now, let's take a look at the players that are up for negotiations this season. A few decisions to make. Carson Wentz is not one of those decisions. I will not be keeping him. Thanks, man. You were a good backup, a good mentor, but that's about it. Now, running backs, David Montgomery, Derrick Henry, up for negotiations. I will not be picking any of these again. We've got Saquon Barkley, we've got a 74 rated running back on the practice squad who I want to build up. So there's that. We might go for a veteran again, but none of these now. Parker Andrews is up for negotiation. This is surprising, but alright. I would like to keep him around. He's 23. I mean, what am I going to do here? Why is this even a discussion? 7 years, let's just keep him on as a fullback. There we go. No real issue with this one. Now let's continue. Wide receivers. Lamar Beckham, Nate Weldon, George Jackson. These are all players that we're going to have to look at. None of these want to re-sign with us, which I find strange, to put it very, very mildly. Personally, I would really like to keep Nate Weldon. I would really like to keep George Jackson and so on. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I will let all of these go. And I might bring him back as a free agent. We have the core of the wide receiver group. And as much as I would like to have Nate Weldon around, you know, if he doesn't want to be around, I'm not going to force anybody. And we're simply going to be signing good players to the team as soon as free agency opens up. Titans, Tip Ryman. Yes, this is a head scratcher. I mean, he did join us. He did reasonably well, but I will not pay big money for him. I'd rather bring him in again as a free agent, just on a one-year deal. There are no other players. Stanley Ford, yes, we brought him up from the practice squad, so he's actually up for negotiation. 2366, not quite what I'm looking for. Gerard Swinton, this one I want to keep. He is my backup player. He's 23, 74 rated. He's just a really solid looking dude. He's not going to cost a lot of money. And again, if we can tie him down long term, then this is exactly going to be the offer that I'm going to give him. Happy to sign. Boom. And now our long-term deal for Gerard Swinton. Now let's look at the defensive players. Are there negotiations upcoming? Now, all right, it's still thinking. No players. That's good news. On D-tackle, Arik Armstead, he was just here to backfill. He dropped by 7 points. That's massive. Middle linebacker, Brandon Mays. Yes, I want to keep you around. I am actually very, very interested in keeping you around. This is a dude, 2-2. Let's see. All right, he's going to test free agency. That's fine by me. I would have liked to keep him around as a backup player because he actually wasn't bad. Same can't be said for all other players, but all right. I didn't want to overpay. Maybe we can bring him back as a free agent. Now, free safety, strong safety. All right, there's no contracts. Free agency period is over. We can now move through the signings. We're going to go like this. I'm going to show you who we signed. We signed Lamar Beckham. That's it. He was a player. He did accept the offer. I personally don't think it was that bad. It was actually a pretty decent offer. 24.75. He can grow. He can be a backup player. I don't mind that. We've got Laramie Tunsil here going to the Bills. We've got Javarius Ward joining the Rams. DeMarcus Lawrence to the Commanders. Wyatt Teller, a Panther. Michael Pittman, the Commanders. I would love to be able to sort by teams, not by by position. But whatever. I'm just going to be moving through this real slowly. You can just pause it, take a look, rewind if you want to see where your favorite player went. It's always a lot of movement right there. We're luckily just in a position where we don't need to go for anyone, and we're not really super keen to bring anyone in. But yeah, it is a period. I like it. I don't participate in this, not in these types of franchises, because it's just not not necessary. I like to build the team up from the draft, from other free agents outside of this free agency bidding period. But I do understand it, and I like it that it does exist. Now, in terms of what else we have to do in this week, not a lot. We've got the private workouts. I will choose a few players from my favorites. We have looked at this one. Alex Wilcox, he is one of my biggest needs. I want a new D-tackle. I'm also looking at a running back, cornerback, strong safety, right outside linebacker. We definitely need one of these. So I think I'm gonna choose him because we need more information on him. About the edge players, I don't think we really need anybody there. I do want to see what these dudes here are capable of. We don't have that much information. I would like to get a corner just to add to that group, even if we're really well set there, so maybe that doesn't have to be the case. Rayford, we know a lot about him. Wilcox, we know a lot about him. I'd rather get some information on Ramsey here, get some information on, sorry, didn't want to do that, get some information on these two players here, these edge players. I think that's where I'd like to focus the private workouts get.
And teams of this league, they dream of the right player that changes everything for their franchise. Tonight, those dreams collide. Welcome to Madden's NFL Draft.
There we go. Always gets goosebumps for me everywhere. I dig this presentation around here. Now, I also find it hilarious that they put Brock Purdy up there because it was Mr. Irrelevant, so basically the last person to get drafted. What we're going to do now is we are just going to be moving through the first the first 10 picks. Skip it in the draft to next user pick, just like that. Alright, so Donnell Kidd, Will Pierce, Morgan Vaughn, Deontay Monroe, Byron Lane, Arch Manning goes to Tennessee. That's a big one, probably. Alfonso Byron, Person Roten, Alan Stademeyer, Zach Bynes, Duhon McCann. Just checking if there's anybody here that I was looking for. To Sean Spears, I think that's the brother of Ty J. Spears, if I'm not mistaken. James Reyes, Ford, Woodson, Simmons, Bond, Stuart Caulfield. Alright, a lot of players, a lot of picks. I wouldn't have gone through these. I wasn't waiting on one player in the first round that I wanted to get, like the Central last season. So now we're going to make our selection. Or can we trade away the pick? I'm not so sure. I just want to see what are the offers that we could get. Now, it's a 2027 draft here. We are only getting 2028 rounders, 2029 a 4th rounder, a 2nd rounder, a 7th rounder, and another 7th rounder. Pick 40. Well, why not? I think that one is the best one so far. Pick 53. Ooh, and a 3rd rounder. I think I like that one a lot because it doesn't really matter too much. The players I have targeted are currently going in later rounds anyways. 2nd and 7. What is this? 2nd, 3, 5, and a 7. All right, this is not looking shabby. I don't want to go too late though, so I probably will accept this offer here. No, wait, not this one. Where did it go? Where did you go, my man? 2nd and 7. Nope. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Do I like the Giants? 2nd, 3rd, and a 5th in 2028? Or do I go 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th in this? I'm going to go with this one here. There we go. Done deal. Send it to the league. They get to pick. And we're going to skip ahead in the draft now. Again, lots of names off of the draft board. Now I am going to pick. Don't want to go too late. We have 2 second round picks. I feel like that is a good one. I want to pick Wilcox. That's the first one I want to go for. The second one I want to go for is Rayford. and a few players have already gone. So we're going to pick Wilcox. That's the first one. I want to have a super solid D tackle. He is looking very, very good. I love the physicals. Look at that. Elite, great, 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 elite, great. The skills are fantastic. We've only got one C, and that's in stamina. Apart from that, he's looking fantastic. Let's select him. Let's go with Alex Wilcox, a D tackle. And let's hope that he will bring joy and happiness to the Green Bay Packers. Certainly to the front office here. Matt LaFleur already in high power happiness mode. Glenn Wilcox, not Glenn, but Alec Wilcox. And there we go. Alex Wilcox was ranked number 1 in true value. Drafted him at 54. Wowzers, that's awesome. I was just looking at the D tackles actually, but he was looking fantastic. Now, that is great. All right, good choice. 2 thumbs up. Let's keep on moving. I just want to see, who picked the other players that I had tagged? Devin Meeks, that's one of them that I had picked out for me, going to the Dolphins at 51. Doesn't make me too happy, to be fair. All right, let's go. Next one. Next user pick: Jenkins, Belton, Beckham, Huff, McGowan, Griffin, Van Boorden, Odin, Norris. All right, skip ahead. Nope. Sorry, make a selection. This is what I wanted to press. So, who's available? I'm looking at Ramsey, but I think I certainly want to go for both of these here. I'm going to be going for Bradley Rayford right now, and then I will be looking at the outside linebacker. And then with that said, I think we're just going to be picking best on board, right? So there we are. Roger Goodell announces this one here. And we're just going to... Bradley Rayford was ranked 6th in true value. Drafted him at 64. Displays good knowledge of zone concepts. Can be trusted to make tackles in an open field. Does he have NFL speed? I don't know, but he has a hidden depth trait. Speed is 90, strength is 64. That's something I would personally be a little bit more worried about, but whatevs. All right, we're going to skip ahead to the next one. Here we go. All right, Chance Ramsey. That was the running back I was actually looking at. Is there anybody else that I'm seeing? I don't know. Let's go make our selection. 3rd round it is. A lot of players are going to be gone right now. We've got a Reed here, 21 years old, round 3 to 4. Potentially UDFAs. We can go for those later. I'd like to bring him in nonetheless. Let's just see which players are still available here. We've got Stewart, that's a midline backer. We've got Terrell Belt, Bryce Roseman. I don't even know anything about these dudes, to be fair. Middle linebacker would be interesting since we didn't get Mays. Strength marginal poor. Do we go for this dude? Let's go for him. Still on the board right now, so why not? Let's just see what happens. Roger Goodell, D-, 306 in true value. Draft him at 86. Great. Does have a hidden depth trait though. Wow. All right. Should have stuck to my favorites list, right? Anyhow, skip ahead in the draft. Here we go. Kaboom. We get to pick twice in the 4th round. That's good for us. We're gonna go for... actually, the dude is gone. Right, we're gonna bring in Thompson. There we are. How is that rated? C, 102 in true value, drafted at 99. That's all right. Slightly overpicking this one. But I chose these dudes for a reason, right? It wouldn't make any sense to just not grab the ones that I have already put on my favorites list. As soon as the list is empty, we can go for whoever we feel like going for. But we chose these here for a reason. 102 true value, draft him at 128. That's actually not bad. Again, hidden depth trait. Let's see how this plays out. I am not sure. I think we still have some more picks, right? There we go. Yes, we do. Round 5, we've got 2 more picks, and then I think we even also have a 7th rounder still left somewhere. Right, we've got a wide receiver, we've got a strong safety, we've got Julius Sprinkle here, we've got these dudes down here. Power rusher Amir Boseman, Joanne Yates. Projection round 2 to 3, that's interesting. let me just really quickly check out. All right, let's look at the roster. I just want to see who would I like to get. A quarterback. We could go for a quarterback. Running back is not something that we actually need because we have Justin McPhee. So we've got those 4 dudes ready here. Saquon actually went down from an X Factor. That's a little bit of a blow right there, but all right. Parker Andrews, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are actually pretty well set here as well. We've got 3 tight ends. We have got, well, we could use a left tackle, to be fair, but we can also get that out of free agency. Is there anywhere where we need a young player? I don't even see it. I think Max Dixon, he was in the practice squad. Kingsley Anagbari, I think we could even replace Kingsley here. Rashawn Gary, he's getting older here. And we need to start looking at a replacement. We'll see if we drafted someone that's feasible, or if Juan Franklin will just switch over and play over on that position. D-tackle, I think we just addressed that, which I'm pretty happy about. Left outside linebacker position is very well set. Mid linebacker, I like this setup. Well, actually, we're looking pretty solid. Don't see any position where we really have to do something now. We're just gonna go fishing now. There's really no system behind this right now. We're gonna look for what's a young player? A young player like this one here. We could also look at the physicals, for instance, for a specific attribute. We could look at the pro days. We could look for the fastest players that are still going to be on the board. Tell you what, combine pro day. Let's go with the pro day. Let's just sort by speed. What is this? I didn't compete. Quarterback Travis Wells. Interesting. Apart from that, 429, Joey Woodley. Looking like a crazy fast dude. Yeah, why not? Why not go for him? The Raiders are interested twice in this young man. See, 98 and true, drafted 151. That's actually not bad, but he has elite speed, so that is certainly going to come in handy. As we all know, that is something that always is helpful. Now we get to pick again at 160 in the 5th round. Julius Sprinkle just went to Kentucky. All right, we don't have any favorites left, right? So let's look at the quarterbacks. Is there anybody that really stands out here in terms of age, in terms of physicals? Preferably we're going to take a young guy. But again, this is not really that reliable. And I don't really want to spend too much time here right now. So again, we're just going to return to the best on board approach. We've got Roseman here. Tap. Manny James at tight end. A running back, James Irwin. I'm going to go for Amir Boseman. He seems to be 100% scouted. So why not go for this one? We are actually in need of a D-tackle. 288 at 160. That was not a good pick right there. Well, can't everything be gold, right? Now advance the next user pick. We have how many in the 7th? 1 at 195. All right. I think we're just gonna trade away this one. I have no interest in picking anybody else. So 2029 6th rounder. That is actually 2028 6th. We're gonna go with this one. There you go. Take the pick. Enjoy it, have fun, and now we're just gonna finish to the end. All right, well, partly a good draft, partly a weird draft. We drafted Alex Wilcox, and this is one that I'm pretty happy about. He only has a normal depth chart, but he's already looking very highly rated. 82 overall at age 22. It's looking pretty good. I think he can slot straight into the team next to Mason Smith. So that's just fantastic. Next, we signed Bradley Rayford, who he does have a hidden depth chart. He's a rookie. He's 21 years old. And he will be slotting in at strong safety. And we're gonna see. Maybe I will use him instead of Xavier McKinney, who we can still think about trading or doing whatever. Again, we're trying to build a dynasty here, so I would not be interested in just keeping star players around, signing older players. That's not what this franchise series is about here. Another interview coming up out of training camp on the practice field near the Performance Center. And again, it's the reporter. Coach, we talk all the time about the team's identity. What can the fans expect from your offense this season? I'm not going to go 50-50, all right? Explosive passing plays. Let's go with this here. We're going to be explosive and push the ball down the field. At the end of the year, what would a successful season look like? I'd like to choose something myself. Average 8 yards per pass attempt. We're going to go with this. It's the less risky one, but we're still going to have to see what we can do with this. It is an average, of course. Maybe we can achieve this one. The 50-50 running and passing didn't really work out the way I would have liked it. We're going to start cutting now by position. We're just going to go through this and move players according to what we want to do with them. Alfonso Pierman, 2167. I don't really need to build up a backup quarterback again. We already have one. We're going to move him to the practice squad. If injuries happen, I do want to rely on a player from my own player pool. Marshawn Lloyd going to be the top spot. Saquon Barkley again injured. Let's just see how long that is. 2 weeks. All right. We're going to have Bobby Barber, Justin McPhee, AJ Dillon injured, and Leonard Smith. Now Leonard Smith for sure is a player I think I will cut this one. We can't put all the players on the practice squad that I would like to put there. And here I think Bobby Barber, Justin McPhee, I will be switching this around. I'm going to be using Justin McPhee as the starter here because he's just, not the starter, but the second running back. He's a little bit younger though. I think we will have to embrace the fact that Saquon Barkley will be injured a lot, and AJ Dillon, I'm not really sure what to do with him. He's going to be out for 9 weeks. We're immediately going to put him on the injured reserve list. To be fair, I have no further plans with him for the moment. Now we've got Parker Andrews here as the starter. George Trapp, we're going to put George Trapp on the practice squad. Always good to have a utility player there. A wide receiver, the Taven Wicks, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dabbs, who's still injured. When will he return? 4 weeks with a broken femur. All right, I think we can wait for him to return. We've got Marcus Flemings, we've got DeJuan Larry, we've got Lamar Beckham, and Joey Woodley, who sadly is injured now as well. Broken collarbone, 3 weeks. I want to use Woodley as my slot wide receiver because he's just so crazy fast. Look at those numbers. We just have to use him for, I don't know what we're going to use him for. Let's put Dabbs. For the moment, we're going to put him on injured reserve. We might bring him back later. Tight ends, this is easy. Left tackles, this is easy. On left guard, this is also quite easy. I think we're gonna just put Trevante Beasley onto the practice squad for the moment. Center, I like this setup on right guard. I like this setup on right tackle. There's something we have to do. Don Brown, 2365. Danny Hall, a rookie. Now, Don Brown, as much as I would like to like him, I think we're just gonna have to release him. He's a giant of a man, but he just hasn't been developing as quickly as I would have liked. Danny Hall will move to the practice squad, still 6'6". On left edge, Rashawn Gary, who has lost his superstar depth trait. That is a blow, but that's all right. Kingsley Yannick-Barry, and then we've got Dixon and we've got Alex Thompson. Over here, we have got Lucas Van Ness and Juan Franklin. Now, I would like to make a small switcheroo here. I think we're going to use Max Dixon behind Lucas Van Ness as the right edge backup, just like that. And then we're going to use Juan Franklin as the backup on the left tackle position. Why? I actually want to have Juan Franklin as the follow-up player to Rashawn Gary. I think we can move Alex Thompson, the rookie, to the practice squad. Let him grow a little bit. If he gets better, that's fine. Kingsley Annick-Barry. Now, he's a question mark, a huge question mark. It'll be a huge penalty if we do let him go. So we're just going to remember him. We're going to trade him away. We're going to package deal him. We've got Telvin Radley, and this is almost the same overall, but this is a rookie, so he just joined. I would be putting Telvin Radley. He does have a hidden depth rate. Interesting. Well, anyways, he's not going to grow that quickly, I think. We're just going to leave him here. Okay, I can't make up my mind yet. D tackles. Mason Smith injured again, but we've got Alex Wilcox, Cross, Sanders, and Amir Boseman. Yeah, that's a hard pass. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna release you. That is not something that we need right now. Philip Oakman, Jason Cheatham. I like the setup here. Mid linebackers, Edgar Cooper, Larry Wynn. We've got Bob Ferguson, Havenstein, and Mitch Stewart. Looking at these here, I think I do like the look of Ferguson just a little bit more. Why? Because he's just younger. He's just a little bit younger, but he's almost close. This is certainly a position of need. So I could even see myself just getting a veteran as a backup player here. We can't wait for players like Mitch Stewart to get better. It was a decent draft pick. I'm gonna leave it at that. But for the most part, I don't really see this benefiting us that much. Larry Wynn has been slowly growing. I'm just gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him where he is right now. But this is a question mark. Now here we go. We've got Matt Milano. We could actually just switch Matt Milano to mid linebacker and be done with it. We've got Brennan Jackson here, who I appreciate as a backup. But then again, if we have Matt Milano on the same position, I think we can let Brennan Jackson go. 73 overall, not horrible, but not that good. We've got a ton of cornerbacks. DeGene Stokes, Dalen Wade, certainly keeping him. We've got Anthony Harden. We've got Sharon Hendricks. All right. Well, Jay Perry, I'm sorry, my man, but you are just way too low to even compete here. I could see myself putting Roth on the practice squad just to make sure he just gets to grow in a safe environment or whatever. Harden or Hendricks. Hendricks has been with us for quite a while now. He just never really managed to break into the team. I feel like I'm going to give Sharon Hendricks. Okay, I'm going to put him on the practice squad again. On free safety, this is pretty solid actually. Evan Williams over here. Now, this is thought for food for thought. Shantavius McKnight, practice squad, no questions. Xavier McKinney, 2987, start of trade. He might be starting to look elsewhere now. I think we found a good backup player here, a player that I would like to develop. Now, if we look at the free safety, we could really cut Evan Williams here. I don't feel like he's making much progress, and we could use Oladapo on the free safety position without losing too much quality over there. Let's just go like this real quick. Shouldn't be a problem. And yes, we're gonna cut you because he's just a little bit worse. Now we're not gonna do that. We're gonna trade him away, and we're gonna package deal him with Kingsley Annick-Barry. This is what I wanted to do before. This is what we're gonna be doing now. Here we go. Kingsley Annick-Barry. I doubt we'll get any offers. Ooh, we actually do. Now that's a surprise. Tom Hamilton or Geo Craig, a wide receiver or a tight end, 24 or 23. I actually couldn't care less, but I think I'd rather take a 6th rounder and this Craig dude. I don't think that we're really going to be holding on to him though. So let's see, where was he? Geo Craig. What position was he? Did I just not see that? I think it was a wide receiver. Is that possible? Or tight end? Wide receiver. There you go. Geo Craig. Actually, he's a little bit better than Joey Woodley, but I want to have Woodley on the team with that insane speed. That's just really fantastic. So off you go to the practice squad. Thanks, man. As always, the ending of the off-season draft and preseason episode is the first week of the new season. We are going to be facing the Kansas City Chiefs again. It's going to be a rematch of course, of the Super Bowl. It's funny how these things always tend to align. Anyways, this is the team as it currently stands. We are looking pretty good. I think we have added to the team where it needed to be added to, but we have also had some drawbacks here, of course, for older players. We're going to have to think hard how we approach that, to be fair. We've got young players that can step up, but we'll just have to give those time again. And we're going to have to see how things play out. I mean, it just is what it is. We've had a few players regress. We've had a few players get better. We brought in fresh talent. We just adjusted where it was needed to adjust. I will be doing some adjusting myself, and that's going to be that, saying the word adjust 15 times within 20 seconds. The practice squad is filled to the brim, and I am more than positive that we can and that we will at least be competing next season. That is the target, of course. I want to run it back. I want to get another touchdown. We are now getting better and better as time goes by. So with that said, gonna end the episode. I hope you enjoyed this. It was more of a management episode, not really one of the gameplay episodes. And as always, gonna say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me. Hope you had fun. If you did, do drop a like. Please consider subscribing. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time.